I am actually wearing what I'm reviewing today. Welcome to the Rocket Runner. Today we are talking about the Salomom S-Lab Sense Ultra set, which is this bad boy. As you can see, I am fashionably wearing. Let's not go there. Okay, so this is very much the ultra light race day pack. This is not really what if you're going to go hiking up the mountains and you want to carry loads of different stuff and a jacket, and this is not for that. This is very much like your race day, minimal storage, you've got your water flask, you've got some pockets for extra stuff. It's very, very lightweight without tons of storage. So just the bare essentials for race day to keep the weight down and to keep it nice and simple and breathable. It has got a few pockets though. It's not all down to the bare minimums. We have obviously the two water pockets or water flask holders here. It comes with these. These are the flexible type, which we'll come back to in a minute. We have a zip pocket here. We have a little pouchy pocket here. We have pockets down around here, and then we also have a larger pocket at the back there where you can shove stuff into, with a little kind of mini kind of part to that just kind of over here. So you've got space to put some gels, put like a nutrition bar, put your car key, maybe a mobile phone. I mean, it's not that much space. Personally, I have my mobile phone on my arm anyway. This is very much about keeping it light. This thing, minus the water, this thing only weighs like 110 grams. I mean, it weighs nothing. It's just so lightweight. These bits, I've seen some people say, oh, these flap around. These bits you can sort of wrap around. I don't know if you pick it up on this camera, wrap these bits around here. This is all very easy to adjust. So these literally just kind of ping off and hook on, and you've got different places for them to connect. So they connect here and a little bit lower down here. And it all just works. I find this is quite stretchy and breathable. So when you're moving and running and getting about, and if you're on the trails and it can be a bit rugged, it's fine. This thing expands, it stretches, it's snug, but it's not constrictive. So to be frank, the highest compliment I can pay it is that when you're on the run, once you've got past the initial bit and you've got your flow going, you don't even really notice you're wearing it. And I can't think of a bigger compliment for something to say that you've just forgotten that it's there. It's doing its job so well, it's just gone out your head. And very much this is what this does. Now onto these water bottles, it doesn't take like the regular hard plastic drink flasks. It uses these very flexible ones. Now, I think there are pros and cons to these. Definitely one of the pros I've realised is that they mould to your body. So you don't get that hard pressing in, hard lumps of plastic up against your chest. This is much more sort of curving to the natural frame of your body, which is lovely. However, once you've drunk some of the water, you then have what I have coined the word in my mind, because you've got time to think about this sort of thing when you're running, floppage. Floppage is the word I've used because there is a degree of this bouncing up and down for a while, and then once you've drunk a bit more, then it sort of squidges down into the pocket. Once you've drunk an awful lot, then it can be sort of getting right down into there, but I haven't had too much of a problem there. As I say, there are pros and cons. So it is a more comfortable fit having these flexi flasks, in my personal opinion. Sometimes if I'm doing a really long event, run or whatever, sometimes I might think, oh, I wish I had a bit more water, but like I say, pros and cons. The storage all seems to work fine. I find the pack around the back, that's just an absolute pain in the what's-it to get to. But the other ones, they're not so bad. They're pretty reasonable. These ones here are super easy to get to, so it's all very accessible. The materials, they really do seem to conform and stretch, so that's all very good. So let's do a quick summary here. What is great and what is not so great? Well, for me, once you've got the fit dialed in, the fit is great because, as I said, you don't notice you're wearing it, it's doing its job, you're doing your run, you are focusing on other things. This is performing as it should do, and that's just awesome. That's exactly what you want. The molding, when you're breathing, it expands, it contracts. That's excellent. The quality of the materials really does feel. You feel that Salomon have spent the money, because this isn't a cheap bit of kit, but they have spent the money on high quality materials. I haven't had any excessive wear. I can't see anything that's actually breaking down. It just feels like this is going to last you a very long time. So yes, it's a little bit more expensive than some of the competition, but you're going to get, this is going to last you for years and years and years. I think also the weight as well, the fact it's so lightweight, that's got to be a positive as well in my bag. But generally as well, I think it also looks quite swish. I mean, you know, beauty and these sorts of things are very personal, and what you might think is awesome is different, and vice versa. But I think it looks, you know, quite smart and fetching, quite dapper as these sorts of things go. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are a couple of things that, you know, you do sort of notice just a little bit. One I've kind of touched on. One is, it is a bit on the pricey side. Personally, I'm fine with sort of forgiving that, because I think, like with all things, you get what you pay for. And I think for what you get for your money, this is, yes, as I say, it is a bit pricey, but it's quality. You've paid a bit more, but you've got something that's going to have good longevity and treat you well in the long training runs or races or ultras or marathons or trail runs or whatever it is that you're going to be using this for. Otherwise, on the negatives, I'm struggling to really, you know, come up with anything. It all feels good. It all feels like it does what it's supposed to do. So if you are in the market for this sort of bit of kit, then I would definitely suggest having a look at this. For me, this is a quality 5-star bit of kit. It should be for the price, as we say, but it does what it said. And as I said earlier, if you can run in it and forget you've got it on, what higher compliment can you pay? And with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.